before I had an open door. And so I told myself I never let that happen again. Been walking around.
Hello, Facebook family and internet world. My name is Raquel, and this is Pages of Life. Today we're going to be talking about pursuing your passion. Now, I have a saying that I normally tell my friends and the different people that I talk to. As long as you have breath in your body, you have an opportunity to do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, we've been talking a little bit in our previous blogs about haters. Now, you definitely don't want the haters to stop you from pursuing your passion, because a lot of times people will try to. But whatever that passion is, whatever that thing is that God has gifted you, whatever that thing is that He's planted within you, that you know you were called to do, that you want to do, I want to encourage you today to do that thing and pursue after it with a hard passion. Because life is too short to be miserable. Life is too short to be unhappy. Life is too short to live somebody else's dream when you could be living your own dream. Now, realistically, if you're 65 years old and you want to be a rock star, now, I don't know how you'll be able to do that, but hey, stranger things have happened. But what I can do, what I can tell you is I can encourage you to, maybe take up the guitar, maybe learn how to play the drums, the electric piano, electric keyboard or whatever, dress up like your favorite rock star person and maybe have somebody videotaping you lip sync into one of your rock songs, and do that in the privacy of your home. If that's what you want to do, that might fulfill something within you. I know when we were children, all of us had childhood dreams, things we wanted to become. Some people wanted to become ballerinas. Some wanted to be firemen and actors and actresses or dancers. Some of us wanted to become doctors or teachers or lawyers. And you know what? Some of us have actually accomplished those things. But there's a lot of us that's still in the pursuit of our dream and our passion. And I want to encourage you today to do that thing. Do it. Now, there are a few things that I want to share with you in preparing you to do that. If you don't have a journal, get a journal. If you don't have a notebook, get a notebook, use it as a journal, and write down your thoughts. Write down the things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to do. Some people say these are goal setting goals. You can set short-term goals and long-term goals to reach that passion or that dream that you want to do. But definitely you want to write the vision and make it plain, right? You want to write it down. And once you start to list those things that you want to accomplish, underneath those things, write the steps that it's going to take for you to accomplish those things. Now, some of them may seem so far away, so far-fetched. I know when I decided to go back to school, or before I decided to go back to school, I was like, oh my God, it's going to take me forever to finish my degree. And then I allowed time to go by. And before I knew it, 2 or 3 years had passed, and I'm like, you know what? I could have been in school all this time. But guess what? I allowed something else to distract me. But I'm in school now and I'm going towards my purpose, right? Okay, so the first thing you do is you're going to get your journal or a notebook and you're going to start to write down those things. You're going to realistically write down the different steps that it's going to take for you to do what it is that you need to do, right? Next, you want to surround yourself with positive people, okay? You definitely want to do that. You don't want to surround yourself with haters, because we all have those haters. We all have those people that are going to be negative thinkers and negative talkers. But you want to surround yourself with the people who have your back. Now, remember we talked a little bit about those people that sometimes they may not always agree with you and what it is that you want to do. Well, you want to listen and get their advice. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do what they say, but listen and weigh it out and see what's going to be in your best interest. Because you never want to stop pursuing your passion. Okay, so you're going to get a journal, write it down, write down what it is that you want to do, write down your steps. You're going to surround yourself with those positive people, right? That's very, very, very important. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to basically look at your life where you are right now. Look at the things that you're going to have to do. Some of the things that you're going to have to change, because pursuing your passion, that means you're going to have to say, I'm willing to sacrifice because there's somewhere that I'm trying to get to. There's a place that I'm trying to be, right? So that means that you're going to have to make up in your mind and say, you know what? There's some things that I'm going to have to change because I'm trying to change where I'm going. right? Now, what is the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And boy, do we do that a lot. But if you want something that you've never had, you're going to have to do something different that you've never done. Okay? So just remember that. And then I want to leave you with this. There was a story that was told to me. I was in a powerful meeting, and an encouraging and inspirational meeting some time ago. And this lady, she gave a description of, imagine yourself on this ledge, on like 50 feet up. Okay, you're on this ledge in this building, and then there was another building over here, and there was a 10-foot plank that was across. Okay, now if I gave you $10,000, would you cross that 10-foot plank that was 50? Now you're 50 feet up in the air. Would you cross that plank for $10,000? Some people would say, no, I would not do it. Okay, well, if I gave you $50,000, would you cross that plank from this building to that building, and you're 50 feet up, and you're in this plank is very thin? If I gave you $50,000, would you do it? Some people thought about it and said, nah, maybe not. Well, what about $1 million? Would you do it? Well, then some people said, well, yeah, maybe I would do it for $1 million. A lot of other people said no. Now you have to think, you're 50 feet up and you have this plank and nothing down there under the bottom except the ground, the hard ground. Would you risk your life to get across there for $1 million or $50,000? Okay, now I'm not talking about how they have it on TV where they have a harness connected to you, so if you accidentally slip, the harness will hold you up. I'm talking about nothing. It's just you walking across that plank. Would you do it? Then she took it a step further. She said a lot of people wouldn't do it for money. But what if now we upped the ante and upped the stakes? What if now on the other side of that building was your child, and that building was on fire, and now you're here, and the only thing that's keeping you from that child is that 10-foot plank or that 10-inch plank, okay, that's across there. Would you cross that plank to save your child? And a lot of people said they would. And I sat there and I thought about that. And she said, you know why we would? Because it didn't matter that you're 50 feet up in the air and there was nothing underneath. Now your why was greater than your how-to. So I say to you, when you get to the point in your life where your why is greater than your how-to, you will let nothing stop you. You will let nothing stop you. You will have to get to the other side. You will have to fulfill your destiny. You will have to pursue your passion, and not just pursue it, but you would have to reach it. You will have to do what you were set out to do, because your why now is greater than your how-to. And I don't care how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to the other side. And so I leave you with this. My name is Raquel, and this has been Pages of Life. What are you allowing other people to write on your pages? And what are you writing on the pages of other people's lives? God bless you. And what are you being read of men?
Now I seek your face. Don't you turn me away. Need to feel the safety of your